Spacey Sims, and we're back with more Steam Prison. Woo! So we are still in the bodyguard route, headed down the direction of trying to get Eltcreed's route, or, well, yeah, and then I guess we'll do all his ending. I haven't really thought that far ahead, but anyway, that's where we're headed. So I'm literally just thinking. So we'll get probably, I'm guessing, his good ending, and then we gotta do all the bad endings. That's what we do, but alright. Anyway, so we were out with him when he was starting to cut off people's fingers. Sexy as fuck. God, I love him so much. He's just so many different little pieces of different characters all rolled into one strange little ball, and I'm not complaining. He may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I guess I like my tea fucking weird. So, anyway. Welcome, master. Hello. Oh, hey. Ulrich is also here. Ulrich was sitting at a table for 4. We walked over. Hey, Ulrich. What a coincidence to see you here. You have the wrong guy. Lunch, huh? Another coincidence. We were also about to eat. Like I said, you have the wrong guy. You have to eat your carrots if you want to become big and strong. What? You grew up fine even without carrots. You grew up to be 2 sizes too big anyway. Such a visceral hate of carrots. Verily, you must be Ulrich Fairy. Ulrich looked back and forth between me and Eltcreed and breathed an artificial sigh. What is it? Eating right now and you're being rude. May we sit next to you? No. Thank you very much. I did not say yes. Ulrich is just as rude to him as he was to me. It seemed like the two were old friends, but Ulrich was still Eltcreed's subordinate. I worried, feeling that his conduct should have been more polite. Also, Ulrich, you don't like carrots? Something wrong with that? No, but it's childish. What? Oh, don't worry. I don't like tomatoes myself. Then again, I don't refuse them on principle like you do. Just so you know, I can eat them. I just choose not to. I see. Please eat them then. Open your mouth now. Say ah. Like I do that, moron. Stop being a creep. Done eating. Are you sure? You still have so much on your plate. I like eating alone. You're not joining me here. Absolutely not. Ulrich stood up and headed straight for the front door. Oh, Ulrich didn't pay for his food. Oh, that's all right. I always pay. I'll pay for him when we leave. Well then, what shall we eat? Oh, it doesn't matter. Ma'am, bring whatever you like. I will. What exactly is the relationship between you and Ulrich? I understand that you employ him, but I think his attitude towards you doesn't benefit an employee. Yes, let's just say that we've been inseparable. Inseparable? Your food is coming! Our conversation was interrupted by a steady stream of food plates assembling on our table. Before long, the entire table was full. You just ordered. That was very fast. We're proud of how quick we are here. The young employee winked at me and danced away towards a different table. Fried fish, fried potatoes, cheese gratin, pizza. Oh my god, that sounds delicious, and I gained 30 pounds just reading it. Thanks a lot, game! Doesn't it look delicious? Yes, but it's so heavy. Heavy? Yes, there's a lot of fat and oil in this food. Merely looking at it fills my stomach. That'll not do. Eat. It's best while it's still hot. Yes, alright. I think I'll try the gratin first. I began to eat the gratin with a wooden spoon. The cheese was softer than I expected and rather gooey. I tried to pull it apart into smaller pieces, but failed. This'll be a problem. I brushed strands of hair back over my ears, and doing my best not to soil my clothes, I shoved a large piece into my mouth. How is it? It's very good. Thank goodness. I like watching people eat. It makes me happy. Eltcreed reached for a bottle on the table. He opened the lid and poured forth a red liquid onto the pizza. 1 blob, 2 blobs. He shook the bottle again and again, and more red blobs appeared on the pizza. Elcrete, what is that? Spice. I assumed that much. Are you sure? About what? The pizza. Is that really how it's supposed to be eaten? Yes, this is how I eat my pizza. Pay it no heed. It's just funny that in steampunk land, they're like, okay, you have like fried fish, okay, normal pizza. It just seems kind of out of place. Like, I can understand, like, fried fish, fried potatoes, we have this, we have that, we have pizza. Hamburgers. Wait, what? Like, there's certain food like you just don't think of being in like some kind of weird. I know it's a steampunk world, so it's not like it's a time period thing, but it is almost you think of the steampunk world being so taken out that yeah, they're gonna have certain foods, certain things I can understand, but pizza, really? I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy to know that in a steampunk world there would be pizza. I can live in a steampunk world and then there's pizza. That's fucking exciting. This is great. This is like my dream come true. I just, like, sitting here eating pizza with this motherfucker. This is great. I'm just shocked as all that pizza's here. But I'm not going to complain. Happy about it. I can't stop looking at it. After he put about a quarter of the bottle's red sauce onto the pizza, he finally closed the lid again and returned the bottle to whence it had come. Did he just literally put a hot sauce? Well, at first when she said a red liquid, and then I was thinking like actual like seasoning, like red pepper, but I'm like, you just put hot sauce on pizza. This motherfucker just put hot sauce on pizza. So you like it, oh my God, I don't put hot sauce on my pizza unless I'm making a buffalo chicken pizza, then there's like hot sauce. But you love the hot sauce, and you're eating pizza, and you're fucking weird. You just keep getting better. Why you gotta be the first route? I love you so much. Like, I'm done. I'm done with the game right now. We can end right here and I'm happy. Best game ever. There's gonna be a lot of shit that is gonna be bad. Some of these endings are gonna kill me, I'm gonna guess. Because I just feel like I knew Nightshade was gonna be angsty. But I feel like I've gotten the impression from people like reviews that this one has angsty bits. You know what I mean? Aside from our parents being murdered. But like, some of the endings are probably going to be unpleasant, and I don't know. So, anyway. With a cheerful look, he lifted the pizza and bit into it. I wonder how spicy it is. Hardly looks edible. I watched him, curious what would happen. Yes, this place has the best pizza. The ingredients are high quality, and all of it is so delicately balanced. High quality, delicate. I wonder if there is any meaning into that with the amount of spicy sauce that he'd heaped onto it. You have an eccentric taste, Elcrete. I've been told that with respect to pizza before. Makes sense. I observed him for a while longer. He noticed after a while that I'd been watching him. He smiled. Do you want some of my pizza? I'm fine. I was afraid my tongue would explode if I tried any. I don't have to share his taste in pizza. I absolutely understood what he meant when he said he liked watching people eat. It was fun. If the pizza poses no danger to his life and he likes it, he's free to eat it, I suppose. As I ate more of my cheese gratin, I watched him happily eat the rest of his pizza. Thank you for the food, Elcrete. You're welcome. Thank you for the company. You really did pay for Ulrich. I closed the distance between us as we walked and wondered about the relationship. Do you want me to hold your hand? I'm walking closer to protect you. Oh, yes, there was that. I forgot. Forgot? If you really are the ruler of this district, I'd like you to be more aware of your position. I'm perfectly aware of it. I merely forgot to be cautious. Elcrete... He laughed, and I realized he'd been trying to wind me up again. I'm kidding, all right? Let's go back to the bank. I still need to do some office work. Got it. I'll protect you on the way. Nobody's going to attack me in broad daylight, but thank you. I'm counting on you. Oh, hello, Elt. A tall, well-dressed woman appeared practically out of nowhere. This dress. The plunging neckline allowed an almost full view of her breasts, and very little of her shoulders was covered either. Additionally, the fabric was very thin. I was unsure where it was polite to look. How can she wear this in the middle of the day? I looked around and realized I was the only one flustered. Elcreed's expression was completely unchanged. Yeah, you know, it's like the style of dress where it's like the low plunging neckline. Here's all my boobies and my shoulders. There was a time where we didn't show anything, and then it was like, well, I'm going to show you basically almost all of my boobs. I'm just going to barely cover the nipples. But don't you dare look at my ankles, you fucking pervert. The dresses are long. The shoulders are small. Like, we're showing, like, all of our shoulder. Ooh, our shoulders and our wrists. Ooh. But don't you dare fucking look at my legs. Don't be lewd. Or wasn't there a time period at a point where, like, the dresses were basically almost sheer, like, literally so fucking sheer, it was basically, like, almost nothing was left to the imagination? That was a style at one point, too. Maybe in certain circles. I swear I've read that somewhere. I don't even know, but... Anyway. Good day to you, my lady. Is something the matter? No, not really. I saw you and wanted to say hello. I'm looking forward to the gathering tonight. Oh, she's trying to move in on my man. Bitch, back the fuck off. The woman wished him goodbye and left. That's some very strong perfume, and it's gonna make me sneeze. I literally actually have to sneeze. Hold on. I should have sneezed in the camera so you believe me and didn't think I was fake, but I literally actually, like, started to get the feeling of sneezing, and I'm like, that's some strong perfume, and I'm like, that's perfect timing. I looked at Elcreed, still numbed by a cloud of scent. A gathering? What gathering? And there's to be a gathering of the rulers of different districts. I expect it'll involve dancing, dining, and discussions. To call it boring would be a gross understatement. Alas, I cannot be seen absent. I shall attend and act as though it amuses me. I see. I can empathize with that. I was also dragged to various balls and social events in the Heights. Balls? Yes, I suppose a knight would. Can you dance as well? I think you would know the answer to that. Haha. Very well. I will not press you for it. Onwards to the bank, then. I like the fact that we can be just a little bit fun with him. Onwards to the bank, my knight. We'll be slightly dramatic. Because I feel like he would be slightly dramatic and a little strange. That's why we love him. When we arrived at the bank, employees immediately began approaching Elcreed. Their conversations were filled with words I didn't know, and they disappeared as soon as their business was concluded. Well, that's much more work than I imagined. It would appear so. Now that I understood what he was working on... No, not that I understood what he was working on. I looked at the tall mountain of paperwork which had appeared on his desk in our absence. Obviously, there was much to get done. Is there anything I can do? I doubted that, being a guard, I could help, but I tried to ask anyway. I'd like to have you help me, but you don't know anything about bangs, right? You can stand by over there. Got it. You could also give me a soldier massage. That'd make you my favorite in no time. Huh? Please also touch my neck while you're at it. That's my one weakness. Weakness. Oh, I see. You want your guard to know your weakness so you can be better protected. Huh. Sure. But I would like you to touch it a little more violently than that. Because it's you. You want me to know your weakness? She's like, no, I meant, like, if you want to get me in the mood, just touch my neck. Like, he's telling you his erogenous zones, and she's like, right, your neck is weak. That makes sense, because anybody, if you like, chop off their neck or shoot them in the neck, it would be a bad thing. And he's like, yeah, that. Wow. Yeah. And there's something called the thyroid gland here in the neck. Stimulate that and my productivity is increased exponentially. I don't think that's how that works. But I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? Productivity? I thought it was your weakness. I ran my fingers over my own throat, curious what would happen. I feel nothing. It doesn't work if you do it yourself. Come here and let me... Actually, no. I have so much work. He's like, come here and let me... I can't, I have to get to work. I love him. I love him so much. Literally, that's the perfect opportunity to be kind of lecherous and pervy. Like, come here and let me touch you. He's like, come here and you know what? I have work to do. Girl, stop distracting me. Like, woo, that swing. We'll continue this another time, and not here. Somewhere wonderful, all right? I see, all right? Like, she doesn't get that he's totally hitting on her. I love it so much. Such a whore. Elkreed sat down and began to leaf through the paperwork. I watched him work and touched my throat again. I feel no burst of energy. He would be more productive because you'd turn him on and he'd want to get his work done. That's what it is. Time passed. He worked and worked, but there was still more to do. All I did was watch. It frustrates me that I can't do anything, but here we are. I was a guard. There was nothing I could help with. That's gotta be boring as fuck, though. Besides, I suspected the information Elkreed was handling was sensitive. I wasn't sure whether I would be allowed to see it. He's so quiet when he's working. Whenever I peeked at his face, his expression was stern and serious. He didn't say a word as he ran his pen over pages of text. From his office, we could look down on the first floor of the bank. Sometimes he stopped writing, rested his chin in his hands, and watched the people go about their business below. The ones who noticed him watching bowed their heads, and he nodded to acknowledge them. He seemed a very different person than compared to the Elkreed that joked with Ulrich, older and mature. Normally he talks so much you'd think that he'd die if he doesn't. But now, I was surprised to see this side of him. Elkreed is a strange man, and we like the strange ones. I'm just saying, that would have been a nice place for a beautiful CG of him looking stern and serious in profile. Stern, serious, and sexy in profile, thank you. It was evening by the time Elkreed finished his work. A bank employee arrived to carry away the paperwork. Elkreed stretched himself. Good job today, me. I don't think you're meant to say that about yourself, but good work, Elkreed. Yes, you too. Watching me the entire time must have been boring. It's part of my work. I don't mind. Shall we go home? You're like, actually, I mean, you're pretty gorgeous, so staring at you... not too bad. No, I need to go to the gathering now, and there's no dress code, thankfully. I see. Will I accompany you to the gathering? Yes, I'd like that. The streets are more dangerous at night, and it seems like the event will be more fun with you there. Mentioning danger and fun in the same sentence. He either had too much optimism or he was exaggerating the danger. Either way, my job doesn't change. I just need to obey his orders. Got it. I'll accompany you. Oh, that isn't the reaction I expected. It isn't? No, never mind. It doesn't really matter. Let's go. He's like, I wanted you to be happier. Where is this gathering? Inside Liberalitas, but the sponsor is a territory next to ours called Industria. A different territory. There seems to be numerous opportunities to meet. Yes, of course, Liberalitas isn't self-sufficient. We need to extend the hand of trade to survive. We have this type of event occasionally to forge better ties, share information, that kind of important work. Since different territories send their rulers, there must be a certain amount of danger. I'll do my utmost to protect you. Thank you. We have a friendly relationship with Industria, but the other territories... oh, well, it's complex. And nowadays there are even terrorist groups. It's all very exciting. Terrorist groups. I don't think exciting is quite the right word to describe that. In stark contrast to my worries, Elkreed was in an excellent mood, because he's fucking insane. Oh, a florist. Let's buy some as a gift. So there are florists, even in the depths. Of course. Why wouldn't there be? I suppose you're right. I just never saw any in the Sanctuary District. And the people in the Sanctuary District struggle to survive. The flowers aren't edible. Some flowers are. That's where you're wrong. He looked at the flowers arranged near the front. Lavender's blue, lavender's green. When I'm a knight, you shall be queen. Wait, lavender's blue, lavender's green. When I'm a knight, you shall be queen. Is that a poem? And technically it's a song. When my mother was alive and I was young, she'd sing it to me in the evening. So I'm the knight, so you're the queen? He's like, I just love that you're treating me like a princess. Our beautiful princess. I'm sorry, but if this were for realsies and I was really here and I was really her and I was a knight, I'd be like, well, then I'll take care of you, princess. That's what he'd be like, I'm like a prince. No, you're a princess. I think he'd like to be a pampered little princess every once in a while. Just wouldn't put it past him. I have no talent for music, so I don't remember the melody, but I remember the words. I always remember it when I see flowers. I see. Elcreed lost his mother then. I was wondering about his father when he put his hand on my shoulder. And now that we're here, I'll buy you flowers too. Which do you like? Like, I'm not one for flowers. Thank you. But no, those are bad. We're supposed to just say thank you to get points for him. Thank you, but... He looked at me, waiting for an explanation. I laughed in discomfort. I know little about flowers. I couldn't tell you which to buy. You can select whichever you like. I see. Would you like every flower in the shop? They have trees over there, too. The trees, too. How about it? Everything. I appreciate the sentiment, but the trees would be difficult to carry away. You only need what you can carry. And that's an odd way to live. I was joking. I'll select something that's perfect for you. The shop can have it delivered to the mansion. Thank you, Elcreed. You're always welcome. It's funny, though. He wants you to act the way a noble knight would, so taking gifts from him seems like... But I guess it's because he's like, I'll buy you some, and you're like, thank you, my gracious lord, instead of being like, yeah, no. You're appreciating what he's doing for you. That might be part of it. Hold on. Yeah. When you go along with his whims. So basically his whim is to buy you flowers, so... Anyway. Now then, we have the flowers. Let's go to the gathering. I'm sure it'll be dreadfully boring. Look forward to it. Look forward to it, he says. Elcreed laughed with satisfaction when he saw I didn't know how to respond. Could you just imagine, though, he's like, I hate these things, and you'd be like, I do too. And you and your husband, like, as your husband, you would go to these balls, and you would be like, let's just make fun of everybody behind their backs. You're like, they're so boring and tedious, but like, did you see his mustache? It's like a broom. Like, you would just be so snarky and asshole-ish, but it'd be how you'd make it fun with each other. Ugh. I'd be so happy married to him. Can we just stop being his knight and just fucking literally marry the man already? I know we gotta woo him a little bit more. Like, he's so already in love with us, but like, we gotta really cement it. But I'm just saying, he won me over the second he showed up on screen, so. He won me over probably in the intro when you just see him in the frickin' beginning. You're like, yeah, that guy right there, the glasses. That's it. Didn't take much. I'm pretty fucking easy with these games. We arrived at the gathering. This is incredible. The moment I entered, I felt like I had been dunked into a bottle of scent. The air seemed almost misty with perfume. It seemed like this was normal. Neither Elcreed nor any of the others so much as grimaced. Oh, there you are, Elt. The meeting's already begun. Oh, it's the woman from earlier. I've been a fool to think her dress from earlier was extreme. Her current attire made that one look modest. I wish she had a sprite. But she's obviously not important. You know what I mean? Even as competition, because she's clearly in love with him. I mean, hi, have you seen him? He's fucking gorgeous. And he owns a territory, so, like, motherfucker got money and power. So, like, of course she wants him. Aside from the fact that he's gorgeous. She's probably like, he's gorgeous, and he's rich, and, like, he's fucking weird, but, like, whatever. Bitch, don't talk about my man like that. He's precious. I love the weird. It's not even clothing. At this point, it's just underwear. Unable to look at her directly, I kept my eyes on the floor. Oh my! Who's this lady with you? Elt, is that your... Oh no, she's my bodyguard. Bodyguard? Her? When she leaned towards me, my vision and my sense of smell were both overpowered by the force of her presence. Yes, she was born in the Heights. She's a true swordsmaster. Elcreed! Heights! Elt! The room went quiet as soon as he mentioned my birth. Whispering began. Are you serious? You brought someone from the Heights here? If anyone does this, it's you. But she's a criminal, right? Why did you bring her? And not to mention how seedy and suspect she looks. Seedy? It's the mini skirt. Remember that outfit? Oops. Just to remind you, this is the outfit that we're wearing. That's why we look seedy. It's that really tiny ass mini skirt that's like, that's what it is. I was about to protest, then remembered that I was there as Elkcreed's escort. My most appropriate course of action was to pretend I couldn't hear them. But it's hard. I was a stranger to these people, yet they hated me simply for where I was born. Elkcreed whispered in my ear as I bit my lip. And pay them no mind. They don't hate you personally, only your upbringing in the Heights. Most people in the depths hate those born in the Heights, and this will happen again. Elkcreed, then why had he brought me along? Why had he told them you were from the Heights? But he has a fascination with things from the Heights. I mean, I'm pretty sure we read that in the thing, right? Flirtatious, eccentric businessman with an interest in everything from the Heights. Yeah. So, I understand that I'm here for his protection, but if I'm here for protection, why introduce me like that? So, I mean, I get, like, exactly. You're like, why the fuck would you do that to me? And, like, but at the same time, he loves everything from the Heights. So he's like, she's from the Heights. Isn't that awesome? And they're like, the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, the Heights are cool. Like, he's not ashamed of it. So it's almost like he's like, don't be ashamed of where you come from. I'm not ashamed of where I come from, and I think where you come from is cool. Like, so it's kind of cute at the same time, but also, like, tact, man. Like, you knew damn well. Like, no, I don't have to be ashamed of where I came from, but I also know that being here, and being where I coming from where I came from and being here, I mean, I'm a criminal, so nobody's gonna look on me like, woohoo, good job. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, tact, Elkcreed, just a little bit of tact. Like, among the commotion, a man I presumed to be a different ruler approached Elkcreed. Mr. Valentine, she really from the Heights? She is, then, well, surely you understand. Please have her leave the room. It's true, but she'll not leave. She is my bodyguard. Let's see. I shall have her stand near the wall. Will you accept that? The man gave a frustrated groan, but offered a reluctant nod. There were no other objections, and a measure of order was restored. And there we have it. I do apologize for this, but could you please stand near that wall? Yes, of course. I nodded, retreating until my back hit the wall, and as soon as I'd done so... Elkcreed, it's a pleasure to see you. I've brought wine made from my territory's grapes. Would you like to join me for a glass? Gladly, my lady. Hey, that isn't fair. I want Elkcreed's attention too. Oh my god, they're all trying to fucking, like, marry this man. Of course, my dear. What shameless advances on a man. In the Heights, contact between unmarried men and women was strictly regulated. Anything beyond superficial interaction was forbidden. This is how normal people work, though, okay? We also get to choose our own mates, thank you. The free intermingling I was witnessing made me feel embarrassed, aside from her skimpy little outfit, like, obviously low cut, and the fact that they can choose who they want to marry. She's like, what? Yeah, you freedom of choice. That's going to knock her socks off when she figures that one out. No, I can't look away. I'm his bodyguard. I have to look. That's it. Stare at him. Take in his gorgeousness. Fall in love with him. I remained as impartial as I could, but the scene unfolding was still startling to me. Elkcreed seems rather popular with the ladies. Most of the women at the gathering seemed to have their sights on him. Whenever one of them left his side, another took her place. And they did more than talk. They linked arms, touched his shoulder, whispered to him. Elkcreed, being who he was, seemed to like the attention. Yes, He drank alcohol and engaged them in conversation. He told me this would be boring, but he certainly looks both happy and slightly drunk. I, on the other hand, felt like a ghost, unacknowledged by everyone in the room, a formless entity near the wall. All I did was wait. Nobody came to talk to me or looked at me. It felt like air. It's part of my job, but it still hurts. It was very late by the time the gathering ended. Elkcreed was very drunk, and I all but had to drag him back to the mansion. Midnight was long past. 2 servants were waiting for us. One of them took Elkcreed's bag and made a swift exit. He said something about wanting water on the way here. I told the other servant to bring water and closed the door behind us. I shook Elcreed. We've arrived, Elcreed. Where are we? Oh, the bank. No, Elcreed, we're at home. Oh, home sweet home. He's blushy drunk. How much did you drink, Elcreed? Elcreed sat down on the floor behind the door and smiled up at me. The fact that he's actually fucking shit-faced, that's great. He, like, literally fell on the floor. He's like, you're cute when you're mad at me. Not all that much. The problem was the strength. May I have some water? If I could drink some water, I'd be back to normal. Okay. I highly doubt water has such magical effects. The servant brought a cold water in a glass, and I carefully handed it to Elcreed. There, drink. And thank you very much. He drained the glass in an instant. Then he took a deep breath. Back to normal. He was almost immediately back on his feet, all trace of a slur gone from his voice. Huh? I was still trying to wrap my head around the sudden change when he gave me a nod of appreciation. Thank you for guiding me back here, and apologies for keeping you awake so late. Thank you very much. Oh, no, this is my job. It's hardly enough to express my gratitude, but let me escort you to your room, my knight. He gently took my hand. Escort. This seemed a little strange to me, but I accepted his hand. Smiling, he led me to my room. I mean, it's not gonna go that way, but okay. I mean, are you trying to get me into bed? 'Cause you're not still drunk, are you, right? The mansion was... Can we not just... I mean, is she not gonna ask... Like, so how the fuck did water have that magical effect? What is in that water? The mansion was large, but it was hardly a long distance from the parlor to my room. Escorting me for a few dozen steps is so strange. Thank you for accompanying me. Oh, the pleasure was all mine. Thank you for the evening. I hope it wasn't too painful. What do you mean? I've talked about your birth at the gathering. I wanted you to know how they feel. How they feel? Yes, I'm infatuated with the Heights and love everything about it, you included. I can see no faults in it. But others aren't like me. Some of them dismiss anything remotely related to the Heights. As my guard, you'll meet many others like them in the future. I want you to know what to expect and to steel yourself. That said, I need to apologize for your treatment. Simply abandoning you when you were unable to participate was wrong. Oh, I see. At the time I hadn't understood, but he'd done it intentionally. I was surprised, yes. If that was your plan, then I approve. There's no need to apologize. I suppose I expected as much based on the reactions of the townspeople, but thank you for giving me the chance to understand how much they hate the Heights. And since I also learned what a considerate man you are, Elcreed, much good came of it. Huh. Thank you for doing so much for a mere bodyguard such as me. He's like, the hell? I'll not allow you to be wounded due to my oversight. You can be sure that I will protect you. Surely you're tired as well, Elcreed. Good night. I thought Elcreed was going to leave, but instead he closed the door. Oh dear God, Elcreed. Are you... He embraced me without saying anything. Elcreed? Shh, just hug him back. The others aren't like me. I knew that. I should have let you get accustomed to that slowly. I was so rash. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm so very, very sorry. It had hurt me and confused me at the time. But now that he's explained his reasons to me, I can't feel upset anymore. And yet I'm all right. Really, I'm all right. Please don't worry. Spacey. There was a long silence. We were so close, I could feel his breathing. Would you please let go of me? Huh. I don't know. Choosing your own spouse is outlawed in the Heights. I'm told that since the government assigns you a marriage, the people don't show their attraction to each other. Are you the same? Attraction to each other? Yes. Do you feel anything right now? Do you see me as a man? A member of the opposite sex? Elcreed, are you still drunk? Somewhat, but my thoughts are clear. I love that. A little, but I'm good. I like how he's not like, absolutely not, I'm totally sober. He's like, a little bit. but I'm good. Allow me to ask you then, have you ever been in love? I'll bring some water. That's actually the negative answer. I saw in the guide, I'll bring some water. Of course not. I don't want to say. But I didn't know what it was pertaining to. And then I was like, oh, he's asking for water. He's drunk. I did not expect that this was going to be the truth. Have you ever been in love? I'll bring some water. That gives you negative with him, but I so want to fucking say it. Of course not. Yes, I expected as much. You were embarrassed to wear a skirt, too. A skirt has nothing to do with it. But it does. A skirt fans the mind of men. Though I suppose it depends on their tastes. Elcreed broke the embrace and took my hand. Here, you're free. There are no laws that say who you can and can't love. You can follow your heart. I wonder what kind of man will make you a woman. Am I inadequate? Elcreed kissed the back of my hand. No, you are everything that I fucking want right now. And, like, I just wish she would just, like, knock you down and mount you. But, like, that's not gonna happen because this girl doesn't even fucking know about wedding nights. And, like, that's gonna be a shock. Look, there is virginal and then there is really fucking naive and kind of stupid. Everything else she's done is great, except for being this fucking naive about... It's not the... I get the... Well, no, I've never been in love because, like, I mean, they were going to force me to marry someone. So, like, what was the point of falling in love with someone? You know what I mean? Like, I totally get that about her, and I'm not begrudging that, but it's the, like, what is he talking about? Like, girl, do you... Look, you should understand sex. Your mother should have explained that to you. Okay, honey, so you're about to get married. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. And she should have graphically explained it to you so that you weren't fucking surprised by this shit. All I'm saying. It's not like she could slap you a porn and be like, just go watch this. Or there's no sex ed. Like, your mom had to teach you this. So your mother should have told you what to expect. Was she going to wait until your wedding day to be like, so tonight, here's what's going to happen. You should know at, like, 18 this by now. Is all I'm saying. I hope you can find it in yourself to love me. I will show you a world you didn't know existed. I believe him, and I want to take him up on that offer. I hope you can find it in your heart to love me. I already love you. The instant you showed up, I was in love with you. So, like, I'm there, buddy. You and I are on the same page. She might take a while to catch up, but I'm there. I'm ahead of you. I'm at the end of the chapter being like, come on, hurry the fuck up. Finish line. Let's go. Well, I'm going to enjoy the ride, but I'm already at the finish line. I love him. Elcreed. I'm just kidding, my knight. I'm winding you up. What? I was so popular with the ladies at the gathering, and yet you seem perfectly unperturbed around me. I was wondering why. Well, you were born in the Heights, that's why. And I understand that now. He looks like he's grimacing at that. However, what I said earlier is still true. There are no laws here to constrain your feelings. Please, try to fall in love with me. He whispered that quietly. Women are their most beautiful when they're in love. And if you fall in love with me, that would make me infinitely happy. But I won't force you. Matters of love aside, I'd like you to stay with me as my bodyguard. There is unrest as of late. One cannot be too careful. Really? It looks so peaceful. It looks peaceful, but only because we do our best to give that impression. It's also my job to protect this territory. Oh, dear God, one of our bad endings, he's gonna die, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that better be a bad ending and not like the good ending. He died. Oh, happily ever. Oh, no. Could we die instead? I don't like it when our boyfriend does die. Numerous bodyguards have already lost their life for me. I'm not joking. Please be careful. Now then, sleep well and sweet dreams. A lot of people have died protecting me. So, like, pat on shoulder. Night! Peace! What? In a horrible, gruesome way. Describes all the different, like, horribly violent deaths that they've had in graphic detail. And he's like, okay, good night, sweet dreams! The fuck, Elcreed? Wow. His final revelation was disturbing to me. Love? Relationships? Being a bodyguard? Things I could have spent an entire day discussing had been thrown at me in quick succession. It's making my head spin. I feel like that's every conversation with this man. going to get tiring and you're going to need a lot of alcohol, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Well, anyway, I'll have to do my best to protect Elkcreed. I need to protect my employer. But I also don't have any desire to die. Still have things to accomplish in life. I would have liked Elkcreed to show some more care as well. He was too careless. I suppose it all falls to me in the end. There was a sudden loud noise. My eyes snapped open. What was that? Being woken by a sound, just like back then. The pool of blood on the ground, the smell of iron. All my memories of that night rushed back. I had a very bad feeling. I feared for Elkcreed. Sword in hand, I checked the room. Then, again, that noise. He's probably drunk, stumbling around outside. I wasn't imagining it. I can't allow everything to happen again. This time, I have to protect the others. My hand clutched the scabbard. Where the hell is it? I'm assuming it's Ulrich, I don't know. That voice. Or is it Elkcreed? I don't know. It's gone. Gone. Where is it? Where did I hide it? Okay, it was Ulrich. Ulrich? The source of the noise was Ulrich. I thought it was him at first, and then I'm like, hide it? What? He was rifling through the shelves looking for something. I shouldn't have let myself get so worked up. No, I had made the right decision. A bad feeling must be investigated, lest it prove correct. I relaxed and said Ulrich's name. Who? What? Ow! Ow! His head hit the shelves. Rubbing the back of his skull, he slowly stood up. Oh, it's you. Don't scare me like that. Ow. Sorry, but you frightened me first. I heard loud noises and thought Elkcreed was in danger. No, he's sleeping like a baby after getting so drunk. You know how drunk he is? How? It doesn't take a genius. I don't know what he's had. He just looked drunk when I saw him earlier. I'm looking for candy while I read. If I woke you up with the noise, then I'm sorry. Very sorry. Off you go now. That's a horrible attitude. So you're eating his candy and reading his books. He's your employer. That's really going too far. It's fine. I get free reign here because everyone knows me. I see. Two of you really are inseparable, huh? Did he say that? Elt? Weirdo. How rude. I was getting weary of him, but another question occurred to me. Ulrich, have you ever been in love? What? Love. Have you ever been in love, Ulrich? I want to call him Elric. I keep messing up Elkcreed and Ulrich, and I want to be like Altcreed and Elric. Fuck my life. I don't even know. Probably not, I guess. Personality is kind of horrible. What? You? Of course I have. Hasn't everyone? Don't make fun of me. And what's my personality got to do with it? A lot, right? It matters for whether others like you. But I see. You've been in love. Where? With whom? How did it play out? Wow, you're super into this, aren't you? What's your angle? Elkcreed said earlier that I should fall in love. Easier said than done. I don't, know anything about relationships. So I figured I'd ask you. Oh, yeah, no. I don't talk about private stuff like that. Apparently you've already let yourself be shaped by Elkcreed if you're rambling about love. Shaped? Yeah, his weirdness is contagious, I think. You shouldn't pay attention to it. It'll just make you crazy. Just brush it off. But he's my employer. So, are you gonna give everything to him or something? That's stupid. What do you think of Eld anyway? I want to know more about him. This is the defining moment of our lives, guys. I'm assuming that no matter what we have chosen at this point, if we say he's just my boss, that puts you down Ulrich's route. And if you say I want to know more about him, that's Elkcreed's route. So I don't think it really mattered any of the choices we made before. So this is Elkcreed's route. Here we go. Oh, we're supposed to save here already. Hold on. Where's my thing? I forgot how to work this game. I am going to, these are going to be all of our back. I'll start back at page 10 and we will start back here. This will be our first save. Our normal saves, I'm just going to start at page 1, but these are going to be our saves. For each route. So now when we need to go to go to save one, that's save one. Now we have it. Okay. What do I think of Elkreed? I didn't know what kind of answer Ulrich was expecting. Elkreed's my employer, that's all. However, as his bodyguard, I have to be by his side in times of danger. I need to understand how he thinks and how I should treat him. Don't you think so? That's a pretty loaded question the way you phrase it. You just want me to say yes right now. Anyway, I see. I guess it's complex for you. Complex? Yeah, if you really keep your work and personal matters separate, you wouldn't be thinking about him right now when you're off duty. Are you saying this isn't normal? It's definitely not normal how stupidly serious you are. But I guess if you really want to get to know him, don't do it half-assed. He's a lady killer. A lady killer? Elkreed is a murderer? And he killed a woman? No way! A lady killer? I was like, oh god, she took that totally the wrong way. What? Ow! Love is restricted over there, so I guess that word doesn't exist. Pretty funny, but it's such a hassle to explain. But Elkreed seems so gentle towards women. Is that how he approaches them so he can kill them? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop. Don't let your imagination run away. A lady killer is just, popular? Sinful? Sinful? What could be worse than murder? Ugh, I guess that one doesn't work either. God damn the heights. It's alright. If you can't explain, I'll ask him directly. It's not alright! Don't ask him that! Absolutely not! He's gonna get mad at me! Calm down, okay? Both the lady killer and the sinful thing have nothing to do with murder or crimes, okay? Really? Really? What I really wanted to say is that if you're gonna enter his private space, you're gonna despair sometimes. He treats his women respectfully, but he lets them think he's more serious than he really is. You might want to look out for female and not male assassins. I don't really understand. He's so complicated. He's like... he's a whore, basically, so... Yeah, I've never met anyone I understand as little as him. He's even trusting him, if you'd believe it. He's even trusting him, if you'd believe it. What? What do you mean, exactly? Nothing. Forget what I said. I'm off. Bye. Ulrich stuffed the candy on the table into his bag and disappeared with steps as soft as a cat's. Elkreed is being Elkreed, but Ulrich also has a wild temperament. I wonder if that's the norm here in the depths. So, like, Elkreed is being like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And if you were like, yeah, no, right now, let's go, jump in the sack with him right away. Yeah, he would have just played with you, but we're gonna, like, be like, nah, I don't want you, play hard to get, and then he's gonna really fall in love with us. That's how you do it, apparently, with the horse. Just like, ew, no, back off! And then eventually you wear them down to the point where, like, so I own you now? Awesome. Like, honestly, a person like this in real life is crazy and basically, like, just a lady killer, a womanizer. She's like, oh, I just have fun with you, and yet move on to the net and, like, whatever, and just has his... Probably never going to change. There is not going to be some magic sword-wielding woman that fell from the heavens, quite literally, because we're from the heights and we fell down, like, well, came down an elevator, but whatever. That's going to change his fucking mind and make him marriage material, so... But whatever. We still love him anyway, and we're going to change him, and he's going to be perfect, so... I won't come to any useful conclusions thinking about it right now. I should go back to sleep. More than anything, I was glad that my fears had proven groundless. Is it morning already? Morning? Damn! I overslept again! I have to get I guess that was too fast. I told myself to calm down and stood up. I overslept twice in a row. Now I have to get dressed and meet with Elkreed. Elkreed, good morning? Where is everyone? I surveyed the main parlor. None of the servants were to be seen. Neither was Ulrich. It's too quiet. Did they leave without me? No, why would they... Leaving behind the bodyguard he'd hired to protect him was against Elkreed's best interests. Are they hiding under the tables or something? No, probably not. Too childish. I checked anyway. Nobody there. Well, this is odd. I suppose I'll wait. They're not coming. I waited for 5, 10, 30 minutes. Nothing happened. What's going on? If he wasn't in the main parlor, perhaps he's still in his room. Oh, Creed, are you in there? No answer. I guess he isn't. I'm here. Oh, Creed, is that you? Yes. It's morning. Don't you need to go to work? What's going on? His voice was thick and drowsy. Had I woken him up? He was drunk last night. Was he talking in his sleep? I can't tell from out here. I have to go inside. Can I enter your room? Yes, come in. So these are Elkcreed's quarters. Elkcreed's room was, in a word, luxurious. The decorations reminded me strongly of the Heights, as one would expect due to his adoration of it. It must have been very difficult to obtain these pieces. He's still sleeping. This is like when you get that CG of Van Helsing that's just all sexy with his butt cheeks out. That's what I wanted. That's what we needed. I needed on the fucking floor. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I couldn't handle it when we got that Van Helsing CG. I couldn't handle it now, okay? Snoring. They approached the lavish canopy bed. Elkcreed was breathing evenly, clearly far from awake. I can already see what's going to happen here just based on the first choice that's coming up. And I'm sure you've got a guess now, too. He's still sound asleep. I was pretty sure I'd heard him talk earlier, but now he's in a peaceful slumber. Kind of want to leave him undisturbed, but I considered his position at the bank. Letting him sleep wasn't an option. Elkcreed, it's morning. Wake up, Elkcreed. I hope we get a CG. For a moment, I couldn't understand what was happening. I approached the bed, called his name, and tried to shake him. This is actually cuter than I thought it was going to be. He's just like kind of wrapped around. Oh, I love it. He grabbed my hand and pulled me onto the bed with him. Not only that, he was embracing me. What is this? Got you now. I won't let you go again. So there's like struggle. I can't move. I thought it was literally going to be more like he pins you down, like in his sleep, not like. But still, I knew something like this was going to happen based on her walking him while he's sleeping and this choice, so. Elkcreed? Yes, I am your Elkcreed. It would make me happy if you called me Elt. And if possible, softly, sweetly, with love. Sweet as the honey running down chiffon cake. Time to eat. He's still basically asleep. Wake up, please. Elkcreed, it's morning. Morning. Oh, is it already? Laudatisha? He thinks we're someone else. A woman that he loved once? So we're like a replacement? If you had like a long lost love and we're like the replacement, that's going to ruin it a little for me. It's going to break my heart a little bit. But anyway. But I'm sleepy. Let me sleep. Laudatisha. Plus her name's Laudatisha. What the fuck? Who names the people in this game? Laudatisha. Oh. These are just people he slept with. Okay, never mind. I feel okay now. It's alright. He's like, oh, Susan? Who? Jane? Mary? Who the fuck are you? Oh my god, you've just had so many women in your room and they're trying to wake you up. You don't even remember who they are. Oh, I love it. Okay. You know what? I'm okay with this now. We already knew he was a whore, but this is kind of funnier. Oh, is that not you? Castina? Castina? No. Fionarius? Fionarius? Or maybe Veronini? Jesus Christ. Who came up with these names? That is the worst. Absolute worst. I hope they're all sisters so we can be like their parents hated them. Neither. Are those names? They're probably the names of women. I had to wonder what kind of personal life Elcrete had. He just takes random women to bed with him because he's gorgeous, and they all want to sleep with him thinking he's going to marry them, and he just takes what he wants from them. I mean, he's a whore. We knew that. Like what does it say? He's a flirtatious. I like how the guide says it. He's a flirtatious he's a nutty whore. But we love it. Oh, well, that said, but right now I don't mind. Whoever you are, give me a kiss to wake me up. Could you imagine? Like, we're here. Okay, but if you're a woman and you went back home with him, blah, 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 and then he's like, Laudatisha? Like, just doesn't know your name. He's like, well, whatever, just kiss me. You'd be like, these women are probably like, okay, well, it's fine. I'm different. Those poor women. Those poor fucking women. He's such a hoe. A kid. What? Hey, come on. His hand caressed my cheek, trying to coax me closer. I wondered what he meant by a wake-up kiss. Was that some ritual from the depths? I don't have time to wonder about that now. I wasn't entirely certain of what was going on. Does she not know what a kiss is either? I mean, I'm just saying. But sensed that it was unsafe somehow, I worked up the nerve to slap him. I want to slap him, but it's Elcrete. Unable to go through with my plan, I pinched his cheek instead. Ouch! Oh, it's you. Are you finally awake now? Good morning, Elcrete. Would you let me go? You aren't obligated to protect me from such close range. And not that I've got a problem with you choosing to do so. He smiled and planted a kiss on my cheek. Whoa! Okay, so she obviously knows what kisses are, but I guess she doesn't know what a good morning kiss is? She's like, huh? I just love that he's like, mwah, gives her a kiss, and she's like, the fuck? Something so simple freaks her the fuck out. I love it. I was so surprised that I jerked backwards and fell off the bed. Such energy first thing in the morning. I'm a little jealous. Believe me, I'm feeling exhausted already. I'll be waiting outside. Please make yourself presentable. And you aren't going to help me get dressed. Please do that yourself. Excuse me. Very well. I'm surprised he doesn't sleep naked. Coming in. And then we get a nice butt cheeks. See, I need that in my life. He kissed me. I put my hand on my cheek, wondering at his true intentions. No, I shouldn't dwell on it. He's always like that. It doesn't mean anything. I like how she's instantly already like, it doesn't... Does it? Do I like it? Did he really kiss women on a whim? He had also done it to the women whose names he'd murmured. Oh, had he? Had he also done it to the women whose names he murmured before he woke up? Ugh, this is pointless, but I can't stop thinking about it. And here I am. Good morning to you again. Good morning, Elcrete. Oh my, did you not sleep well? Elcrete wasn't wrong. Compared to his rested, shining face, my skin was looking a little dull. My sleep was fine, but coming to wake you was tiring. And that's unfortunate. I hope tonight's sleep is better. I'll lie next to you if it helps. Lie next to me? You're why I'm already worn out first thing in the morning. I'll be fine. I'm not a child anymore. I didn't mean to imply that at all. Did you already eat? Oh, no, I didn't. I see. Let's eat together then. It would seem today's breakfast is a buffet. The bread looks good. He took a small gleaming plate and tongs. I didn't understand what he was going to do and watched. What is it? Aren't you going to eat? I am, but... I'm surprised you pick out your own bread. Shouldn't a servant do this for you? I suppose. My philosophy is that it should be half and half. I leave some things to my servants, and I do other things myself. When it concerns simple food such as this, I prefer not to rely on my servants. The nice thing about a buffet is that you can pick out what you like. I see. If you aren't comfortable with picking your own food, I can assemble something for you. It's fine. I couldn't ask you to do that. I'll select my own food. All right. Don't push yourself. Just choose what you like. I will. Thank you. It's kind of interesting. So even at a buffet, she's like, I can pick what I want. The servants don't tell me what to eat. He's like, yeah, get what you want. She's like, so like I can have a fucking Pop-Tart for... Yeah. No way. He's like, yeah, and if you want, we can make pancakes for dinner. Oh my god! I kind of love it because you're going from being like forced into marriage. You don't really know what love is. You don't understand all of it. You're arranged marriages. You don't get a choice. And then you also are rich. So like you just, people give you food and you're like, I can choose what I want for breakfast. He's like, yeah, pretty much. Like, it's just got to be fucking amazing. You're like, weird. But it'd be like being a normal person then going to a rich person's house and then you're like, wait, what? What do you do? Like, the weird things that are normal. It's like, it's just so funny that she's like, I just like how they put in the game that things are so different, that she's baffled by things that, for us, are so normal, but it's not because she's stupid. Like, you know how, like, in some games the MC is like, really? I don't understand. What's the sky? And it's not because they have amnesia. It's just literally they're fucking retarded. And you're like, how are you this dumb? Ah! Some of them, it's because they have amnesia, so they don't understand anything. And then that is like, okay. This is just, she came from a totally different thing. So she's totally got her own shit. She's, like, strong and tough and smart, but some of the stuff is just baffling to her. Like, wait, what? I can choose who I want to marry, and I can take that muffin if I want? Not like whoever. No one's going to give it to me? I can pick it? I can do it myself? No way. Where I guess in other games, if it was like, how do you eat breakfast? Like, look at Code Realize. She basically had amnesia, was kind of didn't really know much of anything. And it wasn't irritating when they had to explain things to her, because you're like, I kind of understand it. Or even in Amnesia Memories, I have to have things explained to me because I have amnesia. Okay, fine. There's a reason why they're kind of derpy blank slates. And you're like, they're kind of derpy and a little stupid, but you get it, you understand why, and you're like, okay, fine, I can handle that. And then there's other ones where you're like, you can't be this stupid even with amnesia, like, for fuck's sake. But this, her derp moments like this, is literally because it's just, you're going into a totally different world and everything's slightly different. So I don't know why it doesn't make me irritated. Like, seriously, you can get your own goddamn food. It's like, it's kind of cute that she's like, what? Because her life was totally different. I think it's because she's not, I don't understand. I don't know how to do things. Like, she's pretty fucking self-sufficient. It's just these little things are just baffling to her, which is just funny. Which makes it more amusing, because every single person that would be thrown into a totally different world would be like, wait, what? I can do what now? Cool. So I don't know. I think I kind of like her for that. We'll see. Hopefully she doesn't piss me off later and like, okay, come on. But she's proven herself so far to be pretty tough and smart. Except, yeah, she seems a little... Not understanding anything about relationships at all is sad, though. I blame her mom for that. That's going to be a bit of a shocker, but anyway. I will, thank you. Easier said than done. I'd never seen so many different varieties of bread before. Some variations were ones I knew from the Heights. Others were totally alien to me. Some of the bread is covered in sugar and chocolate. Must be so sweet, like candy. Pick that one, that's the best one. Unlike me, Elkreed had put the bread he wanted on his little plate already. It looked to me like he had picked one of each, building a veritable mountain. Are you going to eat all of that? Yes, and there's no time in life for hesitation. I'd rather eat everything than stand here thinking. Don't you agree? I understand the logic, but I think my stomach is too small for all that. A bodyguard qualified to serve me must be able to eat one of each. Just kidding. We both need energy for the day. And then again, the bank has already been open for some time. Despite obviously knowing how late he was, he didn't rush his breakfast. Can he afford to take his time? Bitch, he owns this shit. Yes, he can. I suspected he could, since he owned the bank. If anything, everyone else would have to work around his absence until he arrived. And this is where we'll end it, and then we'll continue down Elkreed's route in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.